Hello again. Hey, Agate Mark here. Got around, I was doing some cutting in the shop, and I figured if I'm going to be carving, I may as well invite you along to watch. I've got 3 different stones on dop sticks. This one I'm just cleaning up the edges. I've marked it off with black Sharpie. I'm going to come in and grind that off. And let's see. This one has a couple of spots where I have to go a little bit deeper. Those were marked with black Sharpie. And then I'm going to bring this one back together. That one's got a really nice array of blue, green, teal, purple, oranges, reds, yellows. It's a dynamic stone. And then I have this one here that's really presenting with a very strong blue over green and purples that are showing through. So we're going to keep going under, flaking off and uncovering that layer to get back to the color. So we've got a few different projects on our plate. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started on some carving. I also want to mention that this is going to get loud. Hearing protection isn't a bad thing to have if you're carving. I'm using I'm using one air filter, a Shark, that's designed for 250 square feet in my little 100 square foot shop. And then I'm also using a desktop vacuum unit that's directly plumbed into the box where I'm working. And I'm also using the drip irrigation water coming down right onto the stone to whisk away rock dust, because you don't want to be breathing silica dust, and it's just a nasty thing. So be careful, take care of yourself, and enjoy your hobby. Make it last. All right, let's get some carving done. I'm going to come in here. These things are great. I think these are actually classified as coarse. You probably want to be going with medium. This is like a little bit of a UFO. These things are from Diamond Pacific. They're dynamic. They've got some really great carving in them. Let's see. Oh, forgive the noise. Safety first. Let's zoom in a little. Keep your bit moving frequently. Don't let it rest in one place for too long, because you'll make huge changes in the stone. This isn't going to work, is it? Alright, let me figure something out really quick. Bear with me. Alright, hopefully this is a good workaround. Let's see. I'd say 4,000 to 6,000 RPM with probably 1.5 ounces or 2 of pressure. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure that was tested. Yeah. Yeah, that went black in here. Let's see. I'm trying to maintain a girdle, a bevel on the outside so that the stone can be more easily set. You see, if you do rest your tool, it's basically, it'll melt that rock right away. So at key moments, I will come back and kind of rock back and forth, because I'm taking out this lip right here. I've already determined that it's not consistent. It doesn't do the best for the stone. So it's coming out. You'll see this kind of slurry that develops with the rock dust and the water. It lets you know that most of that rock dust is being trapped in the water. It also lets you know you're not cutting too fast or aggressively, and you'll have a smoother finish when all is said and done. Again, make sure you take frequent breaks, assess the stone, make sure things are going the way you want them to. This seems to be going really well. I still have a little bit of a hook, an angle down here, and I got to come in a little bit tighter up here. But all in all, it's coming along really nicely. There we go. All right, let's see. A little more in here. This coursework I'm doing with this bit, then I'll switch out and I'll probably use Diaflex wheels to smooth out the outside. But for now, I'm going to stop the water, wipe the plexiglass, and then reassess the stone. Alright, so I've dried the stone off and checked it out, washed it. And I still have to come in for this divot. So that's coming out. I'll dip in and I'll round it out, maybe with a diathin or a nova. Let's see. The rest of this can be done with a diaflex. Likewise, same here. It's going to go in just a pinch right here to that hole till this hole is gone. Just that crevice, and then round out the rest. So that's what I do. Is if I'm gonna be working in the water and get this done, I want to be able to see what I'm doing ahead of time. I'll make the marks on the stone under magnification, obviously. That way you can tell what you're doing. I usually think around 3.5 or 4. I can tell what I really want with the stone. That's a good thing about reassessing. So now let's get back and do a little more cutting. Alright, for this I picked a medium grit inverted cone. This is the last of my fully centered Varenkor inverted cone. Varenkor, please help! I need more tools! Okay. I love these things because they are fully centered. Actually, this one might be a little dirty, so I'm going to get my dressing stone. And this kind of frees up any junk from inside between the burrs. Much sharper. Got a good slurry. There we go. And I want to pay attention to this bubble and maintain that shape, that contour. I may have to do a little bit smaller. There we go. Again, reassess everything. You can always step away from what you're working on and touch up another area. Let me get a better read on this. There's something to be said for high quality precision carving instruments that allow you to get that detail, that precise carving that you're looking for. They can get very expensive, but if you use them properly, they'll last you a very long time. And if they do last you a long time, then it's only an initial investment that's expensive, and after that, once you're outfitted, then you don't have to worry about it anymore. I think that's all the rough cutting that I need to do with the center bit. Now I can move on to sanding bits to finish out the outside. Alright, let's see if I can do this. Oh, there we go. Because now I get to see it the way you do. This is a lot harder because I'm not actually looking at the stone. I'm looking at my camera and trying to work from that picture. It's an expensive stone. I do not recommend that. Gentle pressure on these and you can get them to last a good long time. If you bear down on them, you'll burn right through these, or if you let them get too hot, again, you'll burn right through these. And they're expensive, so make them last. I'm making progress. You can see it's smoothing out along the outside. I'm going to continue smoothing it out. For a small portion, I think I might switch over and do it off camera just to catch up, because it's causing me to be shaky and not really sure about I want to focus on the stone and not focusing on the getting a good shot. So I'll be right back. Give me a second.